Hello everyone, and a warm welcome back to my channel. If you're someone who can effortlessly follow conversations, movies, and TV series in English, comprehending the nuances and meaning, yet you find yourself completely tongue-tied or hesitant when it comes to actually speaking the language, then this video has been created especially for you. Today we're going to dive deep into a very common and often frustrating dilemma faced by so many English learners. The ability to understand English perfectly well, but the struggle to speak it confidently and fluently. More importantly, I'm not just here to discuss the problem. I'm going to equip you with genuine, actionable strategies and real-world solutions that you can implement right away to transform your understanding into confident, natural spoken English. Let's begin by exploring some of the most frequent reasons why dedicated English learners find themselves in this predicament. Understanding almost everything they hear or read, yet feeling a barrier when it's their turn to speak. One of the primary culprits is simply not speaking enough. Many enthusiastic learners diligently dedicate countless hours to listening to podcasts, watching videos, or reading books and articles in English. While listening and reading are absolutely crucial and highly beneficial activities, they significantly enrich your vocabulary, expose you to diverse speech patterns, and develop your comprehension skills. They are fundamentally passive forms of learning. Speaking, on the other hand, is an active process. It demands a different kind of engagement from your brain and your mouth. If your learning routine is predominantly passive, you absorb, you watch, you read, you listen, but you don't actively produce or speak English, then you're neglecting a vital component. Think of it this way. Producing English sentences, forming your thoughts into spoken words, is like a muscle that needs consistent exercise. Many language experts agree that this speaking muscle is often the missing link in the learning journey. You need to engage in all three aspects: listening, reading, and speaking to achieve true fluency. Another significant obstacle is an excessive focus on being perfect, which often stems from a deep-seated fear of making mistakes. This fear can be paralyzing. You might find yourself constantly worrying about grammar rules, syllable stress, or whether your accent is good enough. You might even instinctively compare your nascent speaking abilities to those of native English speakers, which can feel incredibly discouraging. Let me tell you something vital. Please don't do that to yourself. Waiting until you feel perfect before you open your mouth means you will likely wait forever, and you will never reach a state of natural fluency. It's true that you might understand words perfectly in your head, and you might even formulate grammatically correct sentences internally, but your mouth, your tongue, your vocal cords, they haven't had the necessary physical practice of actually articulating those words and sentences. It's very much like reading every single textbook about how to drive a car, understanding all the rules of the road and the mechanics of driving in theory, but never actually getting behind the wheel and touching a car's controls. Theory is important, but practical application is where real skill develops. Now, let's move on to the good stuff. Here are 5 highly practical and effective solutions you can start applying today to bridge that gap and smoothly transition from simply understanding English to confidently speaking it. 1. Embrace the 432 method. This fantastic technique is widely utilized and recommended by many experienced English teachers. Here's how it works. First, choose a topic, any topic that interests you. You will then speak continuously for 4 minutes about that topic. After that, you'll speak for another 3 minutes on the same topic. But this time, you'll go a bit deeper, focusing on one specific theme or aspect of that topic. Finally, for 2 minutes, you will summarize everything you have just said. Let's take an example. If I chose the topic teaching English, I would speak for 4 minutes about what my job entails, why I absolutely love what I do, how many years I've been teaching, the different kinds of students I've had, and so on. Then, for the 3-minute segment, I might delve deeper into a specific technique like shadowing, explaining why it's so effective and how it benefits learners. And finally, for the last 2 minutes, I would concisely summarize all the key points and ideas I discussed. This method is brilliant because it forces you to think on your feet, develop your ideas, and then condense them, building both fluency and coherence. If you'd like a structured PDF guide to help you work through the 432 method effectively, I've prepared one for you. You can find the link below in the description and in the comments section. 2. Actively lower your perfect English pressure. A common reason why many learners freeze up when trying to speak is that they're trying to construct absolutely flawless sentences in real time. You might be overly concerned about perfect grammar or whether your accent sounds correct. Here's a liberating truth. Fluency is not synonymous with perfection. And crucially, most native English speakers honestly don't care if you have an accent. In fact, many find accents charming and interesting. The truth is, English speakers are generally just appreciative and grateful that you are making the sincere effort to communicate in their language. That's the honest reality. So please, start speaking today, right now, even if you anticipate making mistakes. Remember, mistakes are an intrinsic and absolutely essential part of any learning process. You will quite literally never speak if you keep waiting until you feel perfectly ready. Instead, I want you to set small, manageable, and realistic goals for yourself. For instance, you could decide, today I will talk about my entire day in English for 2 minutes without stopping, even if I stumble over words or make grammatical errors. And then, just do it. The act of doing is far more powerful than the pursuit of theoretical perfection. 3. Learn chunks or phrases, not just isolated words. If your current learning strategy focuses solely on memorizing long lists of individual words, you'll find it incredibly difficult to assemble those words into natural-sounding sentences on the fly. Instead of attempting to learn isolated words like cook, question, or think, shift your focus to learning entire chunks or common phrases. For example, instead of just cook, learn, I'm cooking dinner later today. Instead of question, learn, I'd like to ask you a question. And instead of think, learn, what do you think? Learning these ready-made chunks makes speaking significantly smoother and much more natural. They essentially provide your brain with pre-assembled, ready-to-use linguistic tools, reducing the cognitive load when you're trying to speak. This is a strategy I personally used extensively when I was learning French, and it genuinely made a tremendous difference in my fluency and confidence. So, my actionable advice for you is to pick 5 useful and frequently used phrases each week. Integrate them into your daily speaking practice, using them repeatedly until they feel completely natural and roll off your tongue without effort. 4. Practice shadowing the speaker. Whenever you listen to English, whether it's a podcast, a video, or even just someone speaking, engage in a technique called shadowing. This involves repeating exactly what you hear, almost simultaneously or just a second behind the speaker. Pay close attention and actively try to copy their rhythm, intonation, and their pronunciation as accurately as possible. This isn't just mindless repetition. It's a powerful exercise that builds muscle memory in your mouth and vocal apparatus. It trains your mouth to form English sounds and sentence structures naturally. Once you've practiced shadowing a bit, switch to speaking about your own ideas, but make a conscious effort to incorporate some of the phrases and patterns you've just learned from the speaker. This process is incredibly beneficial for improving sentence stress, intonation patterns, and overall fluidity. 5. Actively create speaking opportunities. While listening and reading are undeniably very useful and should definitely not be stopped, you also absolutely need real-world speaking practice. If you have a friend, a family member, or even a language exchange partner, try to speak with them in English, either in person or via video call. Make it a regular activity. If possible, seek out and join local English speaking clubs or online language communities. These environments provide a safe and supportive space to practice. If you find yourself learning English alone, don't despair. A highly effective strategy is to record your own voice at least once a week. Pick a topic, speak for a few minutes, and then listen back to your recording. Pay attention to specific words where you might have spoken slowly, where you hesitated, or where your pronunciation wasn't quite right. Then, try recording yourself again, focusing on improving those areas. This iterative process of speaking, listening, and refining is incredibly powerful for self-correction and progress. In essence, what all these solutions boil down to is this. You need to dedicate a consistent amount of time, even just 5 to 10 minutes each day, to actively speaking English. This could be as simple as talking to yourself, describing what you're doing as you go about your day, or engaging in the structured 432 method. The more you consciously speak, the more your brain begins to forge and strengthen the crucial connections between understanding the language and actually producing it yourself. Every single word you attempt to utter, every second you spend speaking, is actively building and strengthening that vital speaking muscle. You already possess the incredible ability to understand English. Now, let's transform that passive understanding into powerful, active, and confident speaking. And believe me, when you achieve that, the feeling will be absolutely amazing and incredibly rewarding. If this video has been helpful to you in any way, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing to my channel for more content, and sharing it with any friend who is also learning English. In the comments section below, I'd love for you to tell me just one topic you are going to use this week to practice the 432 speaking method. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. Don't ever forget, you can speak English. You will speak English. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.